Got this little Ned rig, 1 6-ounce head, little green pumpkin goby color, but we're gonna probably leave this location and we're gonna talk about Stradic and what I like to throw on it and all that good stuff. I think it's probably, if you look, it's only 3 feet deep. I don't think there's gonna be any fish here yet. I think there will be. I'm at a creek right now, basically. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying the weather. Yeah, there's not gonna be any fish, but I mean, we can always come back at a later date. I pulled it in midair because I saw a tree. I would have got snagged on it. This is a perfect little opportunity for a little spinnerbait deal right here. I might do that. Well, I don't think we're gonna get, well, we might get a little adventure video today. I mean, try fishing here, got a couple other spots. Well, anyway, it's 44 degrees. There's still ice on almost all the lakes, and I figured, why not make a video? Well, why not take this opportunity while I'm out here at this little creek to talk about my Ned rig setup. So, I mean, basically, might as well just go ahead and get started. It's a Shimano Curado 6'10" medium power fast action spinning rod, and I do have the Shimano Stradic CI4 Plus 3000 FA reel. And you'll notice that I'm not using braided fluorocarbon. You guys know that I like braided fluorocarbon for my drop shot, but for a Ned rig, I do like this 8-pound fluorocarbon. That's a fish. Oh, he came off, no. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted, but 8-pound fluorocarbon, 3000 size reel. And I do like that fast tip for a Ned rig. I've tried other rod tips for it. I mean, I have had the most success with the medium fast. And another thing that is really cool about this 6'10", like I did say, it is the Curado, but it is good for other baits and other things. And I keep having little fish play with it. Anytime I use a spinning rod, that was terrible. Anytime I use a spinning rod, I like to have one that is versatile. I mean, this little setup for this Ned rig, I'm not gonna be fishing straight fluorocarbon for a drop shot, but I do like straight fluorocarbon for a Ned rig. I do like it for light Rapalas, small spinner baits. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over that in a minute. Now, one of the only things that I will say about this Stradic is, wow, that was accurate. I like the 2nd generation Stradic better than I do the 3rd. And people ask me, why do I like that better? Just because I'm more comfy with the 2nd generation. The 2nd generation also is a 3000 size, but with the Stradic CI4 reels, you will notice that the 3000 size has the body profile of the 2500 size. It's comparable to other brands of the 2500 size, if that makes any sense what I just said. Now, another thing too, this 3rd generation, I mean, it's just as good as the 2nd. The 2nd is a workhorse, it's a beast, it lasts forever. So does this one. One of my most favorite things to do with a medium power fast action spinning rod with straight fluorocarbon is a jerk bait. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go over that in a minute. I'm just kind of playing with these, I don't know what they are, little bait fish. They keep biting my Ned rig. A lot of you guys know that I love the Z-Man Finesse TRD. This is actually the Guggen Rattling Ned. No, I don't like this better than the Finesse TRD. I just wanted to try it. And don't you love when you're using fluorocarbon on a spinning reel? There we go, that's better. So, some other things that I like to do with a 6'10" and straight fluorocarbon, I'm gonna show you those. But before I show you those, the little Ned rig that I was trying is the green pumpkin goby. It's Guggen Baits, Rattling Ned. I told you guys I do like the Z-Man Finesse TRD. That is my favorite Ned rig bait, but I wanted to try this. So if you guys like these, let me know in the comments. And I do find it funny because, at least in my opinion, about half of my subscribers like Guggen Baits and the other half don't. You guys know that, you know, I don't have an exclusive bait only contract. I use what I like. If I want to throw a bait, I'll throw it. If I want to use this, or etc., etc. Just about the only brand loyalty that I have for one specific thing is the only reel I will use is a Shimano, and you can fact check that and go back through my channel. There is a couple videos where I use someone else's rod and reel, or there's a couple I think where I used a Lose, but Shimano spinning, Shimano casting, it's the only thing I use. I did use G. Loomis and St. Croix rods for a long time, and I still use those now, but I am going more towards the Shimano rods as well as the year goes on. But anyway, with a medium power fast action spinning rod, okay, this is what it's good for. Let me show you. Medium power fast action, straight fluorocarbon. You cannot go wrong with little baits. See that little Rapala UL crank? And then you have the Rebel little wee craw. I think that's what it's called, the Rebel craw. And you do have the Rapala Shad Wrap. That craw color, that caught one of my first smallmouth bass at actually one of my more favorite heavily pressured public lakes. You have that. You got a KVD 1.5. You got the Banger square bill. But my ultimate favorite thing to do with a spinning rod for a hard bait, ultimate favorite, did quite a bit of videos with that, is a Rapala DT4. See that pumpkin seed? That's amazing. That's my all-time favorite. Well, actually, that's my second favorite. Why did I just say my all-time favorite? Probably because I fished it a lot and I'm trying to talk about it. My all-time favorite is a Vision 110 Plus One and a Vision 110 by Megabass. Try those on straight fluorocarbon, trust me. You're gonna get a little bit of stretch, but it's not gonna be no stretch like braid would be. So try those out. I promise you guys will like those. I'm gonna fish this Ned rig a little bit longer. I don't even think I'm gonna catch anything. All of the lakes, well, most of the lakes have ice where I'm at, and I'm just kind of trying to play around, make this video, talk about this tackle, and you'll notice, like, I just grabbed a couple boxes, put some tackle in there, got some tools, spinning rod, you know. And another thing that I used to tell people all the time too is when I go out, sometimes, even though I know I need to be taking one bait or one technique, I just won't. I'll just grab a spinning rod to just go out there and have fun. I used to do it all the time, and I'm gonna be doing that again this year. So moving on into this box, just to kind of show you guys, because I also did tell you that I would incorporate the tackle into the fishing videos. You got that St. Clair Goby tube. There's a little smelt Ned rig. And look at this. This is so cool right here. You see this? This is a Stanley wedge. It's a little 3/16 spinnerbait. This is amazing for crappie. How do I know? Because my buddy and I caught a lot of crappie on these. So if you want a good little spinnerbait for crappie or like bigger panfish, try a little 3/16 or quarter-ounce Stanley wedge. I promise you won't be disappointed. And now that I think about it, this is a 3/16. Now, another bait that I like to use on spinning tackle, but not with fluorocarbon, I will use a topwater bait, whether it's a Rebel Pop R, Bone White's a good color, and then like the teeny Pop R. You see that tiny little bait in the Foxy Mama color, and you'll see that it is 1/8 of an ounce. Those baits, okay, those baits are great on a spinning rod with monofilament or braid. Just wanted to throw it out there. And the Finesse Shrooms Ned rig heads, of course, right there. So, I mean, that is what I like to do for my medium fast spinning rod. It's a 6'10". And if I didn't mention it earlier in the video, I think I'm gonna have to call this, I'm gonna call it my spinning setup, but it's not the only spinning setup I have. It's just one of them. It's my spinning setup for straight fluorocarbon. If you don't fish straight fluorocarbon, you should try it. I know it's expensive. I know braided fluorocarbon is more practical for a lot of people, but I mean, try straight fluorocarbon. You will like it. But I'm just gonna kind of play around here a little bit, see if I can't catch one of these tiny fish, and that'll be it. I mean, this year it's gonna be a lot of videos, and I'm still gonna be traveling and doing all the stuff, but it's gonna be, that was a bite. It's still gonna be like traveling and fishing all over, but it's gonna also be a lot simpler and a lot more fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just kind of having fun. If you guys are fishing or catching fish, let me know in the comments. I know you guys down south are definitely catching fish. I have a lot of fans from down south, surprisingly. And yeah, we're still not out of winter. We're still not really catching fish, but that is going to be changing here in the upcoming weeks. That was terrible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys Well, I'll see you next time after I get this mess untangled. There we go. Jeez, oh, bits.